Hello everyone, my name is Khizer and my topic is assisted suicide should be illegal. Providing resourceful information allows us to recognize what is in the best interest for patients and doctors alike. Today I plan to convince you that physician-assisted suicide should be illegal. The United States must implement policies preventing the usage of euthanasia for the terminally ill. I will provide knowledge of euthanasia and how the medical advances in technology and hospice can prevent the widespread of euthanasia. Euthanasia is harmful because it doesn't allow people to see human life as sacred. The Hippocratic Oath isn't compatible with euthanasia. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, euthanasia is defined as a painless killing of a patient suffering from an incurable and painful disease or in an irreversible coma. The Hippocratic Oath are the standards that doctors are expected to maintain. Euthanasia encourages abuse, allowing doctors to justify murder by framing it in compassionate terms. Laws were written to protect people from killing. Dr. Jack Kevorkian is a prime example of a man who would kill his patients and has admitted to assisting in over 100 deaths, most with disabilities, primarily multiple sclerosis, but also arthritis and spinal cord injury. Because of advances in medicine, patients have more options for treatment and less need for euthanasia. Technological advances have led to improved health care that increases the quality of life. Before, there were no breakthroughs with the opportunity of saving lives, and later history will help save even more lives. Innovations in medical technology made contributions such as correcting abnormal heartbeats and saving lives by using a defibrillator and modern respirator. During President Lyndon Johnson's administration, an executive policy was recommended requiring the usage of medical response trauma teams. Despite these remarkable breakthroughs that helped those badly injured, the law becomes vague and allows more opportunities for misinterpretation on life-defining death. The Press Commission forced the US Supreme Court and healthcare facilities to make those decisions regarding death. Society views made gradually dying as a medical crisis instead of accepting a natural process of life as a norm. Along with medical advances in technology as an alternative to euthanasia, hospice is another solution that makes people more comfortable. Hospice is defined as care designed to give support to people going through the final phase of terminal illness and focus on the quality of life rather than cure. Hospice is a better alternative than being stuck in the hospital trying to avoid the unavoidable. Some thought dying that it made sense that a man chose to die in his house surrounded by family and made comfortably by hospice doctors and nurses. A physician expressed his findings in hospice. You can only fail a patient if you fail to understand and respond to their needs. Hospice gradually became known to help patients that know that they only have a few months to live. Hospice care emerged in the 1970s when the National Hospice Organization were formed in response to the unmet needs of dying patients and their families for whom traditional Medicare was no longer effective. Herbert Hendon, an executive director of the American Suicide Foundation, illustrates the story of a young man diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia who was expected to have only a few months before he died. As the unawareness of hospice gradually becomes known, people can see it a viable position alternative to euthanasia. And the conclusion will be although euthanasia remains a highly controversial subject, euthanasia should never be legalized. Due to medical advances made by technology and researchers, they have found hospice care as an alternative for the terminally ill. Life is a precious gift. Euthanasia defies basic principles of life. Thank you.